Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of area and volume. This is standard 6.8D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 18 off the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause this video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we are looking at the volume of this particular rectangular prism, and they give us all three measurements. Remember that our volume equals our base times height. That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it would be length times width times height, because this base really is this length times width. So I'm going to shade in our base right here. So it's this base times our height. So identifying what to do is not the problem. The problem is multiplying all of these mixed numbers here. We got 8.5, we got 5.25, we got 3. So let's estimate first. Okay, so let's just estimate. Let's say 8.5. Oh, fine, let's round that up to 9. 5.25, that's less than a half, so let's round that down to 5, and 3 is 3. So let's just see what happens when we multiply this. So 5 times 3, that's going to be 15. So let's do 15 times 9. And that's going to be 45. 9 times 1 is 9. We've got 4 more is 135. So even without doing any of the actual math, I'm thinking G, simply because that's the only one that's really close. Maybe F if my estimate is wrong, but you know, I can go ahead and just put H and J out of the door. I don't think those are going to be it. So how do we actually multiply these? Well, one way would be to change them into decimals. So let's take our 8.5, change that into a decimal. So we need to know that half is going to be 0.5. That's just one of our benchmark fractions that we need to be able to convert. And then we've got our 5.25. So 5.25, that's going to be 5. And then we need to know that 1/4 or 1/4 is 0.25. So what we do is we simply multiply these two. I'll put it 525 on top, 85 below. We'll deal with the decimals in a little bit later, but let's just multiply. 5 and 5 is 25. So 5 times 2 is 10. Add the 2 back is 12. 5 times 5 still 25. Add that 1 is 26. Second row should be a little bit more, a little bit greater, because we've got the 8 here. So 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16. Add that 4 back is 20. So we've got a whole bunch of zeros so far. 40. And then we've got that 2, so now we've at least got a 42. So we got 5, 2, 6, 4, 4. Now, here's the thing. We have 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal in the factors, so we need to have 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal in our product. So 44.625. Now we have to multiply this by 3. So that's a lot, but at least it's a by one-digit number, right? So that's 15. That's going to be 6. That's 7. That's 18. 3 times 4 is 12. Add that 1 back in is 13. And that same thing, 12 and 13. 3 digits behind the decimal in the factor, so 3 digits behind the decimal. And I've got 133.875. So that's looking like this right here. But this is still in a decimal form, so 875. Well, how do I turn that back into a fraction? Well, 875. This is thousandths, right? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So this is 875 thousandths. All I would need to do would be to simplify. And if you want to simplify, reduce by 5s, that would take forever. I happen to know that 125 happens to go into both of these. And guess what? It goes in 7 times in the numerator, 8 in the denominator. So really, this is 133.875 is 7/8, and my answer is G.